Hi folks, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kat and today I would like to talk about Unsolved the World by Lauren Thoman. In the story, Justin has a car accident, but instead of in the river, he finds himself back in the 80s shortly before his grandparents' death. Together with Rose, the first person he encounters, he tries to prevent those deaths. You get to see the story from quite a few perspectives, not just Rose and Justin, but also Rose's stepsister Lily, her mom's campaign manager, Lily's boyfriend, a not so random boy, and there are quite a few perspectives to follow, and while the voices are not hugely different between those characters, it's still fun to follow the story from that many angles. To be honest, Justin could be a bit whiny at times, and he kind of yo-yoed between we can do this and what's the point and just not doing anything at all. And I can't tell whether any of this is down to his ADHD, because you do get some info about it as well, and he runs out of medication even before he makes his time jump, so I don't know whether any of this has to do with this disorder or not. But that's the reason he was the character I like least, the going from, yay, we need to do this, we need to save them, to, oh, I can't do anything, I'm just gonna lay on the couch all day. It's like, okay, thanks. But it might be due to the disorder. I don't know enough or anything really about ADHD to make that judgment. As a whole, the book dealt with quite a few mental disorders and other societal issues, if you will, because you have a lot of complicated family relations and romantic relations in there as well. And then a couple of identities that are politicized and I guess even harder to deal with in the 80s than they are today. You have one character coming out as lesbian, then Diane, Rose's stepmom, is a black woman married to an Asian man and running for mayor, so that's gonna be rough in the 80s, I suppose. And family relations were quite rough for quite a few characters as well. And I felt especially sorry for one particular character who just makes one or two wrong choices and kind of gets screwed over because of it. Their dad is just so horrible. And yeah, there were quite a few family relations in there that are concerning and would probably leave damaged kids behind. Justin in particular grew up in not the most ideal circumstances, and it was impossible not to root for him, even if I didn't particularly like him at points. Same for the not so unimportant or random boy as well, because you start the story out with the present day with Justin and you spend some time with him first. You actually meet some of the descendants of people and you can kind of see where family relations fuck people up. I think the best family situation you see in the whole book, and that you kind of wish on absolutely everybody, is Rose, Lily, Diane and Jim, because those are just supportive parents all the way through, and I love this little family. The story includes many fascinating characters with a lot of heartbreaking problems. There was one conflict that felt a bit forced to me between Lily and Rose, and I could have done without it. Mostly because it seemed like it was there, so characters would be in a specific spot at a specific time. But outside of that, the conflicts were engaging and interesting to follow throughout. And the book as a whole felt rather short because it moves along quite quickly. The world only vaguely felt like the 80s to me, but that's, for one, I don't remember much of the 80s because I was only around for roughly half of it. And then also it plays in the US, so they reference a Britpop song that is apparently massively popular over there. I've listened to it for the first time a couple of days ago, and I was just kind of bored, and I was like, okay, if that's what was popular in the 80s, so be it. And they reference a movie that I've never heard of, but apparently that's a thing that I guess would tell American readers something if they were around in that time. But as a result, the world didn't feel massively 80s to me, apart from the lack of mobile phones and a really cute scene with Justin trying to figure out an older phone where you still have to move the dial to actually do anything. On the whole, I really enjoyed this book, and I would give it this cat and a paw, which will round up to 5 stars on your average reviewing platform. So if you like a bit of time travel and characters facing plenty of problems, this might be for you. Let me know in the comments what your favorite story about time travel is. Like and subscribe if you want to help this channel out, and I'll be back next week with another video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye folks!